Have you ever wondered why some people seem to instantly dislike you, even when there's no clear reason for it? It's as if no matter how friendly or polite you try to be, there's always someone who meets you with a cold look or distant attitude. Why do some people harbor feelings of dislike or resentment toward us without an obvious cause? This is a complex mystery that isn't always rooted in our actions or words. Often, the underlying reasons for such negative feelings are buried deep within human psychology. Perhaps silent envy, unspoken insecurities, or simply misunderstandings that grow over time. Understanding why people may develop negative feelings toward us isn't just a matter of curiosity. It's essential for navigating the complex social dynamics we face every day. In this special video, we'll dive into 9 surprising reasons why others might harbor intense negative emotions toward us. These insights could open your eyes and offer new perspectives on the relationships around you. Before we begin, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you for the incredible support you've shown. It brings me so much joy to create these videos, and it's even more fulfilling to read your thoughtful and encouraging comments. I read every single one. If this is your first time here, please hit the like button and turn on notifications so YouTube can help more people like you discover this content. Now, let's embark on this transformative journey together. Are you ready? 1. Envy and jealousy. One of the most common and profound reasons someone might develop feelings of hostility toward you is envy or jealousy. These corrosive emotions act like a poison in interpersonal relationships, turning admiration into contempt and respect into resentment. Jealousy and envy often arise when someone sees something in you that they wish they had, but feel they cannot attain. This feeling can be triggered by various factors, from your professional success and personal achievements to aspects of your character or lifestyle. In many cases, envy and jealousy reflect a person's dissatisfaction with their own life. Instead of drawing inspiration from your accomplishments or feeling happy for your success, they view your qualities and achievements as a mirror reflecting their own perceived shortcomings or misfortunes. This feeling can evolve into deep resentment, causing them to wish for your downfall as a way to soothe their own frustration and discontent. The most damaging aspect of envy and jealousy is that it can lead people to resort to gossip, slander, or even sabotage to undermine your efforts and achievements. They may attempt to discredit your work or spread falsehoods about your character, all in the hope of bringing you down from the pedestal they've placed you on in their own minds. It's crucial to realize that envy and jealousy are issues that belong to the person feeling them, not to you. While it's easy to internalize others' hostility and begin to question or blame yourself, remember that you are not responsible for someone else's feelings of inadequacy or dissatisfaction. Your achievements and qualities shouldn't be diminished just because someone else is struggling with their inner turmoil. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "Don't worry about things outside your control." Other people's envy and jealousy are clearly beyond your control, and Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what you can control, your own actions, thoughts, and responses. Understanding that envy and jealousy often underlie some people's hostility toward you can help you navigate these complex interactions with greater clarity. Knowing how to deal with these negative emotions maturely and without letting them affect you is a critical skill for maintaining inner peace and staying focused on your personal and professional growth. 2. Misunderstandings and ineffective communication. The truth is that even minor misunderstandings can become seeds for deep and lingering resentment. At the heart of these conflicts often lies a disconnect in how we express ourselves or interpret others' words. Misunderstandings arise when there's a gap between the speaker's intention and how it's perceived by the listener. Just a single misplaced word, a misunderstood tone, or even an untimely facial expression can create a wrong impression. These small communication errors gradually build emotional barriers, leading others to mistakenly perceive you as disrespectful, distant, or even hostile. Effective communication is crucial in any relationship, and without it, conflicts and misunderstandings easily arise. Negative feelings often stem from an inability to convey thoughts and emotions clearly, opening the door to misinterpretations. Furthermore, the absence of active listening also drives us apart, as failing to genuinely understand another's perspective makes it easy to form inaccurate assumptions or judgments. These misunderstandings go beyond simple disagreements and become fertile ground for the growth of negative emotions. When people feel misjudged, they start building a version of the relationship based on these communication failures. Initially, minor misunderstandings can lead to hostility and suspicion, distorting the relationship and misrepresenting the reality of the situation. This is why recognizing the role of misunderstandings and poor communication in causing negative emotions is vital to avoiding unnecessary resentment. We need to strive for transparent, open, and honest communication in all interactions. Give others the benefit of the doubt and put yourself in their shoes to seek clarity when there is uncertainty. By doing so, we can prevent unnecessary grievances and maintain relationships on a foundation of health and positivity. 3. Differences in fundamental values and beliefs. We live in a diverse world where each person is shaped by a unique set of values and beliefs, like distinct puzzle pieces that form the picture of their lives. When these values clash with those around them, it can ignite profound disagreements and even foster resentment. Differences in values don't only stem from political or religious views. They can arise from everyday aspects like opinions on work ethics, lifestyle choices, or even seemingly minor details in daily interactions. When someone holds their own values as the only right or superior way, anyone with a differing belief can quickly be perceived as a threat, a potential enemy that challenges their sense of identity. This defensive mindset creates a barrier, turning minor disagreements into grounds for disdain. When a person's beliefs are deeply rooted, any challenge to them can feel like a personal attack. Thus, these situations easily escalate into conflicts about identity and worldview, where differences transform from simple disagreements into barriers that separate us. The lack of effort to understand others, coupled with rushed judgments, builds walls that block empathy and understanding. These walls not only hinder connection, but allow resentment to quietly grow, especially when fed by unacknowledged fears and biases. In Stoic philosophy, there's a strong emphasis on the understanding that our beliefs and values are products of our personal experiences and perceptions. As Epictetus once said, each of us is a product of our own upbringing and surroundings. Realizing that people may have different sets of values and beliefs due to their own experiences encourages us to extend tolerance and respect for these differences. Open dialogue, tolerance, and respect not only help prevent resentment, but also enrich our understanding and experience of the world. Accepting that not everyone shares our perspective and that this is entirely okay is a crucial step toward harmonious coexistence in a pluralistic society. 4. The influence of rumors and gossip. One of the most common reasons hatred arises stems from the powerful influence of gossip and third-party stories. These whispered rumors, whether fabricated or exaggerated, can severely damage your reputation and image, turning you into a villain in the eyes of others before you even have a chance to defend yourself. Like a fast-spreading virus, Gossip seeps into every corner of social relationships, poisoning trust and breeding suspicion. What's especially frightening is that once gossip begins to circulate, it takes on a life of its own, mutating and distorting the truth, creating a false and negative image of you that becomes almost impossible to stop. Particularly, gossip often targets sensitive or negative aspects of your life or personality, aiming to tear you down and cause deep harm. Even if there's no basis to the rumors, they still manage to gain traction because people tend to believe what they hear, especially when the gossip aligns with their existing biases or suspicions. Additionally, the sensational and forbidden nature of rumors makes them even more captivating, leading people to spread them quickly, as though they were undeniable truths. The consequences of malicious gossip can be severe, ranging from social isolation and the loss of meaningful relationships to even more significant impacts on both your personal life and career. Hatred fueled by rumors is one of the hardest types of hostility to combat because you're not facing reality, but rather a distorted image, a you that's been twisted by others, whether intentionally or not. It's essential to recognize the dangerous power that gossip can wield. Although it may be challenging, staying committed to the truth, maintaining your integrity, and refusing to be swayed by the negativity being spread are crucial. Remember, your authenticity and transparency in every action are the most powerful antidotes against the poison of rumors. Trusting in your truth and persistently upholding your values are the best ways to dispel the lies and gradually restore your image in others' eyes. Ultimately, truth and integrity hold a strength that surpasses any lies and malice that life may throw at you. 5. Personal insecurities and projection. This is a complex reality that is often overlooked, yet it plays a significant role in fueling interpersonal hostility. When people don't confront and overcome their inner insecurities, these feelings can easily turn into envy, resentment, and eventually hatred towards others, especially those who appear free from similar fears or weaknesses. These insecurities can stem from various sources, such as past traumatic experiences, perceived failures, or relentless social comparisons. As the philosopher Seneca once noted, when someone feels insecure, they unconsciously project these emotions onto others, particularly onto those who seem to embody the very qualities they lack or fear. For instance, if someone feels insecure about their career, they may easily develop resentment towards a colleague who is excelling and advancing in their field. This projection acts as a psychological defense mechanism, allowing a person to temporarily cope with feelings of inadequacy by directing their negativity at someone else, rather than facing their own insecurities. This process can quickly evolve into hatred, as that person views you as a constant reminder of their own perceived shortcomings and struggles. Another aspect of this dynamic is the feeling of being threatened. Your achievements or positive qualities can serve as a mirror, reflecting what others lack. Instead of feeling inspired by your success, they may perceive it as a challenge to their self-worth, leaving them feeling diminished. This sense of inadequacy can spark a hostile reaction towards you. It's essential to understand, however, that these insecurities and resulting hostility are not due to anything you've done. They are merely expressions of that person's internal struggles. Recognizing this can help you avoid taking others' negativity personally and maintain a healthy perspective in your interactions. Additionally, understanding this dynamic is a crucial first step in approaching these emotions with compassion and empathy, which can help dispel unnecessary misunderstandings and foster a more positive and supportive environment. 6. Lack of empathy and understanding. In an ideal world, every encounter would be driven by empathy and understanding, but reality often tells a different story. One of the deeper reasons why someone might develop feelings of resentment is a lack of these essential qualities. When someone cannot put themselves in another's shoes to understand what they are going through, an invisible wall begins to form, leading to misunderstandings that can eventually spiral into hostility. A lack of empathy isn't just the inability to feel others' emotions. It's a failure to recognize the motivations and responses of others accurately, leading to distorted reactions that can foster resentment where no real offense exists. Rather than understanding others' intentions, they may misinterpret words or actions as slights, which gradually fuels negative feelings. Without empathy, people tend to fall into the traps of prejudice and hasty judgments, often viewing the world in black and white. This rigid outlook results in unfair and shallow assessments of others, devoid of the tolerance needed to appreciate context. Their judgments frequently rely on unfounded assumptions or surface-level impressions without real effort to delve deeper into the person or situation, creating a breeding ground for resentment rooted in ignorance and misunderstanding. This lack of empathy is often linked to self-centeredness. Narcissistic individuals are so consumed with themselves that they struggle to recognize or appreciate the experiences and emotions of others. This self-absorption can lead to an indifference that makes them disregard the successes or struggles of others with disdain or disinterest. Such an attitude can easily be mistaken for hostility or even hatred, as others feel dismissed or belittled. It's crucial to recognize that in many cases, the resentment someone harbors toward you is more a reflection of their own emotional limitations rather than anything you've done. Understanding this can help you approach these conflicts with a more balanced perspective, striving to build bridges of understanding where possible or shielding yourself from the negative emotional impacts of others' feelings. Knowing this allows you to stay grounded in compassion, managing these interactions with resilience and empathy. 7. Competition or rivalry. This type of relationship is often steeped in endless rivalry and constant comparison, forming a powerful source of negative emotions. When competition escalates beyond healthy boundaries, it can morph into an obsession, a burning resentment aimed at seeing the other person fail or be brought down. Competition and rivalry are common across all aspects of life, from the workplace to social circles, and even within families. In moderation, healthy competition can serve as a motivator for personal growth. But when rivalry becomes an obsession, driven by insecurity, jealousy, or past grievances, it transforms into a consuming fire, where one's focus shifts from personal success to a desire to see others stumble. This transition from healthy competition to animosity often occurs when someone feels constantly overshadowed or undervalued by another. Rather than using this as motivation to grow and push beyond their own limits, they become fixated on belittling or undermining the other person. This sentiment intensifies when someone perceives the achievements or recognition of another as undeserved, or worse, as something that should have been theirs. As Marcus Aurelius once noted, unchecked rivalry can lead people into destructive behaviors like defamation, sabotage, or personal attacks. When the need to win at any cost takes over, it not only causes people to disregard ethical standards, but also leads to actions aimed directly at harming others. These actions not only hurt the targeted individual, but also erode the character and integrity of those who commit them. Recognizing competition and rivalry as potential sources of hatred is crucial to understanding the nature of these relationships. By identifying these emotions in ourselves or others, we can work towards turning competition into collaboration, or at the very least, learning to compete in a healthy, respectful manner. Remember that another person's success doesn't diminish your own. There is enough room for everyone to shine, and this mindset serves as a powerful antidote to the hatred born from blind rivalry. 8. The influence of social expectations. Social expectations can sometimes lead people to develop negative feelings when they perceive that you don't conform to the norms or standards they hold dear. Imagine living in a community where everyone is expected to adhere to specific cultural traditions and values. But instead, you choose a different path. Maybe you pursue an unconventional career or enter a relationship that doesn't fit traditional standards. For some, your choice might come as a shock, or even cause discomfort or resentment, as it challenges the beliefs and values they've long upheld. This kind of resentment often stems not from you, but from the invisible pressures of societal expectations and a fear of the unfamiliar. Your decisions serve as a mirror reflecting the rigidity in their thinking, forcing them to confront contradictions within their own beliefs. What's crucial to remember is that this life is yours. Your choices, big or small, are steps in your unique journey toward personal happiness and fulfillment. You don't have to live by others' expectations, regardless of their objections. Living true to yourself and following your own values is essential for your well-being and happiness. Only by embracing who you are and standing up to social expectations can you find the freedom to live a full, meaningful life. Don't let the judgments or expectations of others dictate your path. Embrace your authenticity and have the courage to live a life that's truly yours. 9. The lack of recognition. Feeling of being overlooked or unrecognized is one of the deepest roots of resentment and negativity in human relationships. We all want our efforts, successes, and contributions to be acknowledged. But when those contributions are forgotten or undervalued, bitterness can slowly accumulate and eventually turn into hatred, especially in competitive environments like workplaces, family settings, or social circles where the desire for recognition is high. As Epicurus once said, when someone feels their achievements are underappreciated, it can easily become a seed of resentment toward those who seem to receive more attention. However, it's important to understand that recognition is subjective and varies based on individual expectations. Some people need validation and appreciation more than others. This requires us to communicate openly and express recognition at the right time to prevent the buildup of unnecessary negative feelings and to foster healthier, more positive relationships. In the journey of navigating these complex emotional dynamics, it's essential to create boundaries with those caught up in their own issues and insecurities, those who bring negativity and disturb your peace. Setting boundaries is not a sign of weakness. It's a powerful act of self-preservation. Often, the animosity directed at you has little to do with who you are and more to do with the person's internal struggles. Whether it stems from jealousy, misunderstanding, value conflicts, rumors, personal insecurity, lack of empathy, or competition, these negative emotions reveal more about the person who harbors them than about you. Remember, you're not responsible for others' negative feelings, nor are you obligated to please everyone. By understanding these factors, you can develop a balanced perspective on relationships and avoid letting negativity affect your self-worth or worldview. Instead, focus on your qualities, strengths, and building positive, healthy relationships for yourself. In closing, I'd like to leave you with a message of encouragement. Remember that each of us is unique, with our own qualities, flaws, and individual paths to follow. The reasons why someone might dislike you are, in essence, reflections of the battles that person is fighting within themselves. So, continue on your path with integrity, kindness, and authenticity. Cherish those who genuinely respect and appreciate you for who you are, and in doing so, you'll create a healthier, happier environment for yourself and those around you. I would love to hear about your journey and triumphs. Please hit subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment below to share your story, your successes, and even the challenges you've overcome. If you're not sure what to comment, just write peacefulness to show that you've completed this session. Your engagement helps this community grow toward wisdom and the art of turning every challenge into an opportunity. I'll leave 2 more videos here so you can continue learning and growing on your personal development journey. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.